Hey, it's John Hope Bryant, and I'm passionate about where we are as a nation right now, and passionate about the protesters who have protested overwhelmingly peacefully, black and white, rich and poor, conservative and liberal, saying enough is enough, knock it off, America. We need a new way to go. But after we make this pivot and look to the future and map out a 10-year business plan for the reset of everything, we've got to stop being emotional and start being practical. We need a plan. Okay. Anger is not a plan, and frustration is not a strategy. So where do we go from here? To quote Dr. King in his last book, I'm suggesting in a series here a business plan for Black America. I've done a couple of these. I'm laying down some tracks right now. Very crisp, very simple, less than 10 minutes. Pass it on. Share this video with everybody you know, and then call Operation Hope to get your plan moving. But here we go. Your plan for your house, your plan for your life, your plan for your family, your plan for your block, your plan for your neighborhood, your plan for your city, your plan sitting down with the mayor and the city council, your plan for the state, the school district, our plan for the country. By the way, go check out my new Marshall Plan, which you can simply search my name online and find. Now, as it ties on together, here it is. I've got a lot of problems with China. I think China has done a lot of harm in the world lately. I think that China's government has played games with our intellectual property rights, stealing them, or allowing entrepreneurs or business people in their country to steal American IP, intellectual property rights, from many of the creative artists that I'm going to refer to in a minute from Black America, without paying a licensing fees or publishing rights or anything like that. I think they've stolen a lot of our sciences. I think that the government has manipulated the free enterprise and capitalist systems. But I try to learn from everybody, and we can learn from China too. Here's the business plan for Black America and the page we need to take out of the Chinese book, and it's very simple. They did three things really right. Call them four. One, they decided to focus on winning. Focus on winning like their next breath depended on it. They call it national unity. But I'm just going to call it focus, because in America, we can't just tell people to go do something. That's not the way the democracy and freedom works. Try to get somebody to wear a mask these days, okay? Don't tell me what to do, even though it's what you should be doing. So we have to inspire people to get on the train, right? And what I'm saying is, Malcolm X said, we've been bamboozled, we've been tricked, we've been fooled. Maybe if we understand we've been played, we say enough of that, knock it off. So one thing the Chinese did, they focused. Number two thing that they did, they stole the right stuff. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff I just mentioned. They stole the American playbook and adapted it in China. And that's free enterprise, capitalism, education. They sent as many students as they could. I'm not got to the business plan yet part right? This is just the setup. They sent them to America and said, get as much education as you can in K through 12 and mostly in college. Get as much knowledge as you can, because that ultimately will set us free and differentiate us from the rest of the world. And if we can get one, they literally said this in China, we can get 1 out of 10 Chinese to not stay in America, but to come back to China, we still win. So they stole our plan. The plan that's making China work economically is they borrowed the power of our free enterprise and capitalist system. So they're a communist country using capitalism and free enterprise, all right, to lift 600 million people out of poverty, more than any place in the world, right, and to prosper today. And they obsessed about education. Here are the two things that we need to do right now. Write this down. Now, I'm 5 minutes into this. I'm not going to be another 3 minutes. Write this down. Obsess about it. Comment, share, criticize, push back. They just did two things that changed everything. They looked at what the GDP was, gross domestic product. the income for the biggest nations in the world, the biggest economy in the world, specifically the United States of America, and the top 10 economies in the world. And they said, what's driving them? By the way, they said, yeah, freedom, yeah, democracy, all that stuff. We want people to get rich. We want people to build wealth. We want people to prosper. So I want you to build wealth more than I want you to get rich. Those are two different things. Wealth is a mindset, and I want you to prosper, obsess about that. And they said, what are the two things that you need to do if you prosper? Obsess. Listen now, write this down. Please write this down. Tell your children, sleep with it on your pillow. They obsessed about economics and the sciences. That's it. They obsessed with educating their previously uneducated population. Their population didn't even have a high school education, had equivalent of 8th grade education in most of these, in most parts of China. They obsessed with getting everybody up to speed in economics and the sciences. Now, you say you want to be a rap star. Okay, cool. So you've got you some technology. You've got your recording devices, right? Okay, you got your recording devices. You've got your mixing booth. All right, cool. You got your mic. You got your phone that you record. Okay, that's technology. That's computing. Okay, these are sciences. This is a science. What's going to drive the future economy? AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, computing. It's the engineering. It's the sciences. If you want to be a growth anything, a growth church, a growth nonprofit, a growth small business, a growth big business, a growth whatever it is, you're going to have to use technology in order to grow. They obsessed on the sciences, but they primarily obsessed on economics. You say you want to be in the music business. Remember, it's the music business. What did Quincy Jones tell me about the music business? John, if you think you're in the music business, but you don't own music rights or licensing rights or publishing rights or some kind of rights, you're actually not in the music business. You're just a temporary performer. Boom, drop the mic. Why am I saying that? Because so many black folks, so many black youth want to rock a mic, be a singer, be a rapper. Understand, it's the music business and it uses technology. Okay, you want to be a basketball player. Cool, gotcha. Another part of our kids want to be ball players or football players. Okay, the helmet that's got on your head, guess what that is? That's technology. It's the sciences. They're trying to keep the concussions down and try to keep you safer. And they got logos on it. And they got, the face part of the mask, which doesn't even exist 20, 30 years ago in football. The whole helmet in the football player, the padding. What's all that? The sciences, technology. Basketball player, that basketball. You think that basketball is the same? That basketball has been engineered. It's the sciences. The court, that court is engineered for fast breaks and all that stuff. The sciences. How do you view that? Through television, through your digital device. What's that? The sciences, technology, right? And how do the players get paid? The business. It's the professional sports business, or the business of professional sports. Every billionaire in the arts and entertainment, whoever became a billionaire, didn't do it the arts and entertainment or sports. I'm sorry, that sports too. They did it when they switched from their brand in sports and entertainment to their using that brand in business, in corporate. We have got to understand that economics runs through every part of your life. You cannot run a church without having tithes and offering and pay the bills. Economics. We have got to obsess about this. You got to be as serious about this as going out on a date on Saturday night. As serious about this as those concert tickets you want. As serious about this as the girl you're trying to date. As serious about this as the food you want to eat. As serious about this as the sleep that you want to get, or the job you're trying to keep or get. You got to be serious about economics and the science. We have to obsess. All our kids need to get a course in financial literacy. Everybody in our family, a course in financial literacy, all right, and a course in computing. And then add additional courses on top of that. This is how we lift ourselves out of poverty, people. This is how we change our life and change our narrative. George Floyd was murdered, yes, because he was poor and black. And the police saw themselves not to protect and to serve in a upper an upward mobile neighborhood, but to oversee and to lock down and to almost control. Well, George Floyd lived in a 500 credit score neighborhood and was killed in a 500 credit score neighborhood. All the other deaths at the hand of police that we have known about were also in underserved 500 credit score neighborhoods. You think that's an accident? It's because we are poor, because we don't have resources, in addition to everything else, that they're messing with us, that the world messes with us. Listen now, this business plan I'm telling you now, I'm not telling you that people can change the way you feel about you, but when your self-esteem rises, your credit score rises, your access rises, your opportunity rises, your net worth rises, you begin to say, it's okay if you don't like me, I like me. Or to quote Quincy Jones again, is not one ounce of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me. Your self-esteem rises, your confidence rises as your ability and your resource rise. And it gives you optionality in life, and freedom today is self-determination. To self-determine what I do, where I do it, and who I do it with. And now it's less important how somebody thinks about me, but how they think about you will change when your economics rise. We respect China now. We didn't respect them 40 years ago because their economics changed. Listen to me now. This has worked for everybody else. Every nation in the world who's tried what I just told you, every people, every race, they have risen. Economics and the sciences. This goes back, science has changed, but it's always been with us. This goes back thousands of years. Economics and the sciences. Why can't it work for us? It will work for us. We just never got the memo. The memo on free enterprise, capitalism, economics, and ownership. I wrote that book. I wrote another one called Up From Nothing coming out in October. Pre-order it now. But go to Operation Hope and sign up today to become part of that 700 credit score club. Sign up today to become a homeowner. Sign up today to become a small business owner. Sign up today to get new job skills and get reskilled for the jobs coming in the future. That training is available through organizations like the Urban League and others that we're partnering, that we have associations with. Use this network and this time to reset your life and create a business plan to live your best life today. Black America, we need a new business plan. And it starts with an obsession with education, with hustle, built by failure, I'm sorry, not built for failure, built by failure, but an obsession on things that work and that lift, that are responsible for 98% of all GDP in this country. Economics and the sciences. John O'Brien, I'm out. Let me know what you think. This will continue if you say so. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. I'm out.